In a world where fentanyl floods the bustling streets of every major city in the USA, imagine a scene straight out of a Hollywood thriller. People who consume this potent opioid don't just nod off or drift into a euphoric haze. Instead, they undergo a bizarre transformation reminiscent of the iconic zombies from shows like The Walking Dead. Their eyes glaze over with a haunting emptiness, their movements become sluggish and disjointed, and their once coherent speech is replaced by guttural moans and unintelligible murmurs. It's as if a switch has been flipped, turning them into eerie caricatures of their former selves, wandering aimlessly with an insatiable hunger. Picture this: you're walking through Times Square or hanging out by the Golden Gate Bridge, soaking in the city vibes. But hold on a minute, something's seriously off. The folks around you, who used to be all chatty and lively, now look like they've walked straight out of a zombie flick. Their eyes, totally empty and lifeless, like they've lost all their sparkle and soul. And don't even get me started on their moves. What used to be cool struts and animated gestures have turned into this awkward, stumbling shuffle that's straight out of a zombie walk-off contest. But wait, there's more. Their whole vibe has changed when it comes to talking and hanging out. Forget deep convos or cracking jokes. Now, they're all about weird grunts, creepy moans, and whispery noises that sound like they're from a haunted house. And it's not like they're hungry for a burger or a slice of pizza. Nope, it's like they're on a mission for something way more mysterious and spooky. They start gathering in these strange, silent groups, drawn together by this super weird urge that's got everyone scratching their heads. It's like they've turned into these shadowy, ghost-like figures that make you do a double take and wonder if you've stumbled into a real-life zombie movie. Crazy, right? Buckle up, because we're diving into the whole spread and contagion thing, and trust me, it's a wild ride. Imagine you're at a crowded concert or a packed sports game. Now let's say one person who's been transformed by this fentanyl zombie scenario, let's call them a biter for fun, starts mingling in the crowd. At first, it might seem harmless, right? But here's the kicker. These biters are like walking contagion bombs, spreading their zombie vibes faster than you may think. So, this biter dude, let's call him Bob the Zombie, decides to take a bite out of someone's arm in the middle of a mosh pit. Sounds gnarly, I know, but stay with me. Now that poor soul Bob just chomped on, they start feeling weird, like really weird. Within minutes, they're stumbling around, their eyes glaze over, and bam, we've got another biter on our hands. And guess what? That new biter is now out there in the crowd, mingling, biting, and spreading the zombie love like it's the latest dance craze. Now let's take this contagion nightmare to the streets. Imagine a busy subway station during rush hour or a jam-packed shopping mall on a weekend. Another biter starts doing her zombie thing, biting, groaning, and spreading the fentanyl-fueled zombie mojo. Before you know it, people are running, screaming, and tripping over each other in a panic. But here's the thing, more and more people get bitten, turning into biters themselves and joining the growing zombie squad. But wait, there's a twist. It's not just direct biting that's spreading this zombie transformation. Let's say a biter sneezes or coughs in a crowded elevator or a packed movie theater. Gross, right? But now those airborne zombie germs are floating around, infecting unsuspecting folks who breathe them in. And just like that, we've got a whole new wave of biters on the loose, turning every corner of the city into a potential hotspot for fentanyl-fueled zombie outbreaks. So, whether it's through direct biting, close contact, or even sneezy germs in the air, these biters are spreading the zombie transformation far and wide, turning every crowded space and busy street into a potential scene from a zombie apocalypse movie. It's a crazy, chaotic mess that's got everyone on high alert, wondering where the next biter will strike and how fast this fentanyl-fueled zombie vibe will spread. Alright, let's talk about the media frenzy and the public's reaction to this wild scenario of people transforming into zombies because of fentanyl. First off, you can bet your bottom dollar that the news outlets would go absolutely bonkers. We're talking round-the-clock coverage, sensational headlines, and dramatic reenactments that would make even the most seasoned horror movie director blush. Every news anchor, reporter, and social media influencer would be all over this story like a zombie on a brain buffet. Now let's think about how the public would react. Picture this, you're scrolling through your Twitter feed or flipping through channels on TV. People would be freaking out, sharing videos of supposed zombie sightings and swapping survival tips. But it's not all doom and gloom. Some folks might see the lighter side of things and start posting memes, jokes, and funny TikToks about the whole zombie situation. You know, like sharing DIY zombie-proofing hacks or creating hilarious parody videos of what a fentanyl-fueled zombie dance party might look like. It's a weird mix of panic, humor, and disbelief that's got everyone talking and sharing their 2 cents on the whole crazy situation. Now let's get serious for a sec. The impact of this fentanyl zombie scenario on society would be massive, and not just because of the immediate chaos and confusion. We're talking long-term changes in how people live, work, and interact with each other. Trust would plummet, with folks eyeing their neighbors, co-workers, and even family members with suspicion and fear. Social gatherings, public events, and crowded spaces would become ghost towns overnight as people hunker down and avoid any situation that might put them at risk of encountering a biter. Law enforcement and government agencies would be under immense pressure to contain the situation, leading to increased surveillance, stricter regulations, and potentially controversial policies aimed at identifying, isolating, and treating those affected by the fentanyl transformation. Healthcare systems would be stretched to their limits, grappling with the influx of patients seeking treatment for fentanyl-related issues, as well as the unique challenges posed by the zombie-like symptoms of those transformed by the drug. But what do you think of this scenario? Do you think it can happen, or will it be a simple idea that only makes us dream? I will read you in the comments.